You are watching the Midtable Up Podcast highlights. Please put your foot through the like button and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to follow us on our social media and on Spotify and the podcasts app. This guy in there somewhere because he was involved in a few big moments. I have gone for the moment where Paolo Di Canio catches the ball against Everton. So, you know, the game's 1-1. There's about 10 minutes to go in the game, and obviously the goalkeeper goes down injured. And to be fair, he does something which I really feel like nobody else would do, to be honest with you. If I was in that position, I would have nodded that ball into the back of the net and not thought twice about it. But it's crossed in, and then the next thing we know, he catches the ball and, lets the goalkeeper receive treatment, which is a very it's a good show of sportsmanship. And he won the FIFA Fair Play Award for that the next year. I don't know if they made that award specifically for that action and have since carried it on. But it's really funny because at the end of the game, Harry Redknapp, who was manager at the time, was rightly fuming. And when he was interviewed about it, he pretended that, Paolo Di Canio had done the right thing and had, caught the ball. Great sportsmanship. We're really proud of him. When actually he's since admitted in interviews that he was fuming inside. And Stuart Pearce had to be basically restrained from seeing him because he wanted to rip his head off. But as I said, a great moment. As I said, I feel like Paolo Di Canio was involved in a couple. It narrowly beat out him pushing over the referee when he played for Sheffield Wednesday. That was just unbelievable. And also his incredible goal against Wimbledon, one of the best Premier League goals of all time. It narrowly beat that out, but I just thought the fair play, it's something you really don't see that too often, and I don't really feel like you're ever going to see that kind of thing again, to be fair.
Yeah, it was an incredible moment. I remember seeing it. Well, I can't remember when it was. It must have been early 2000s. It was
2000. It was 2000. Yeah. Yeah.
So we obviously were very young, but obviously seen it back since, and you just think, because did he get yellow carded for it? I don't recall.
I don't think he did
because presumably it's a deliberate yellow card.
I think he just caught the ball, and then the referee just stopped the play and allowed the medical team.
I think nowadays he probably would get booked for it because obviously the laws of the game are that's deliberate handball. I'm not saying that's right, but I reckon that is how it would be judged today. Yeah, so that's probably why you wouldn't see someone doing that anymore.
Common sense isn't allowed to prevail in this day and age in football, is it? So yeah, you're probably right there. But no, and obviously the Everton fans then rightly applauded him after the game as he went off, which is a nice gesture from them. And yeah, he won the FIFA Fair Play Award a year later for his actions. So
and thoroughly deserved, you'd have to say.
Yeah. Yeah, as I said, if it was me, and I'm pretty sure if it was all three of us, we'd be nodding that ball in the back of the net without a second thought, to be honest. Unless we thought the goalkeeper was, seriously injured,
Yeah. Like dying. If he was dying, then maybe we'd think twice. We'd probably still put it out, but we'd think about it.
Yeah. No, if there was tears, blood pouring out of his head, I think I'd nod it in and then...
It might be acceptable. I think... And on an excellent segue, that leads nicely to my number 8, because my number 8 is that goal against Wimbledon by Paolo Di Canio.
Oh, brilliant.
You've already kind of said it. It's a banger.
It is an incredible goal. It is
and I think what makes it more amazing is just how you don't really see anything like it. Or, obviously we see loads of great goals, loads of scorpion kick goals and all sorts of different things, but no one's done that sort of bicycle volley as, I agree, actually. Imitated as much. So I think it definitely deserves it.
No, I completely agree.
And we're very biased.
No, of course, I take your point in that regards, but I do agree in the sense of, obviously we talked about Rooney's overhead kick earlier, which is obviously an outstanding goal. But then you've got, as you said, you've got other overhead kicks a little bit like that, like you think of Bow in the Champions League final and obviously Andy Carroll against Palace, you do see, but that bicycle, and as you said, you do get the odd scorpion kick here and there, but that bicycle kick, especially in the Premier League, I really can't think of anyone scoring a goal like that since. And, that was 19 years ago now. So
the only other one I'd say was close was kind of Robin van Persie. He scored a couple of volleys, I remember, which was sort of...
Yeah.
But obviously, it's a left-footer. The angle was better. And that's... Because obviously, the issue with this one was he was right-footed on the left. So he has to cut across the ball with his right foot, which is an insanely difficult skill on the ball coming over towards his left side. So that's what I'm thinking. Van Persie's hit similar shots, but off his stronger foot with a better angle. That's what makes this one so intelligent and such a good finish.
It was certainly a great goal. So, that's another fine moment in my opinion. So, your number 8. That's the final whistle. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Midtable Up Podcast. If you enjoy our top 10 lists, please make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. Let us know what you would have done differently. If you watch this episode on YouTube, make sure to put your foot through that subscribe button and leave a like on the video, as well as follow us on Spotify and the Podcasts app to keep up to date with the series. Thank you very much. See you next time.